Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast, a deep dive into all things Disney Vacation Club. We share tips, tricks, and insider info, helping you make the most of your membership. Join us for the latest news, reviews, and interviews with DVC experts and enthusiasts. Whether you're a seasoned DVC member or considering your first contract, this podcast is for you. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Hurley and Gary Arruda.
Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. This is episode 10, recorded in the DeFont Leroy Recording Studios in sunny Sarasota, Florida, and Cranston, Rhode Island. I'm Mike in Florida, joined by my cousin and co-host Gary in Rhode Island. Good evening, Gary.
What's going on?
Not much.
How you doing?
I'm fantastic.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. How'd you guys make out with the storm?
Just a lot of wind. I was just, you know what? I'm staring at that lanai screen because that's a pain in the butt when that thing. The last storm, the one that got all the rain with all the flooding, we lost a screen, and I went out the next day to try to clean the pool, and there's a bird in there, and he can't figure out how to get out.
That's
I'm
not
like,
good.
I was gonna try to just get the net and just try to guide him because he was freaking out. And I'm like, there's a big hole in that lanai screen, and then finally he saw the screen and got out.
Birds are very dumb.
Is that true?
Yeah,
that's why you're afraid of them.
Well, no, I mean that's not why I'm afraid of them, but they do happen to be dumb because they get in my warehouse sometimes at work, and they'll just die in there because they don't know how to fly down through the giant garage door they fly into.
That's
sad. They just keep flying up into the roof. Yeah,
that's what this one. It was in the corner, and it just kept going up into that corner, and I wanted to try to get it in the net or something because. Then we had a wasp, which was fantastic. And then, what are those? They're like bugs. They have the big wings. They're kind of long and narrow.
A cicada?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, is that what they're called?
I think so.
Yeah. So, there were a few.
You guys have a different breed of bugs down there.
That's true. Yeah, we do. We do have a different breed of bugs. But, this one was a lot. It was worse than what we had anticipated because it was so far off the coast that we just thought we were going to get some winds, but.
It was bad.
We got some pretty good winds, and there were a lot of flooding in Sarasota. They could just kind of push the water onshore because there was quite a bit of flooding down there.
Yeah, I saw Tampa get hit pretty hard too.
Yeah, Tampa got hit pretty hard. Yeah, so it was. They all suck. They're just, you know what? They're just a pain. Our house is built for a Cat 5. We're nowhere near a flood zone, so there's no issues. It's just a pain.
It's just everything's a mess, and then
you got to clean up
and repaired.
That's just the thing. It's just a pain, but I'm not going to complain. People stranded and dying, and I'm not going to bitch about a pool cage.
Yeah, of course.
See all these people. Oh man, it's dude, shut up.
No, I know. I'm not saying it like you're going to complain. Right. I just didn't know how you guys made out. And is there another one brewing now too?
You hear now. There's another one.
It's not good.
I was thinking
a few weeks ago, weren't we saying how it's been a relatively light hurricane season? And
every year they say it's going to be terrible, and this year there was not much going on.
Yeah. But anyway, is there anything else you want to talk about, or should we get right into the topic?
We've got a big show coming up right now.
A lot to talk about.
We do have a lot to talk about.
This is one of your longer DVC stays that you do.
Yeah, this is the longest DVC stay I've done. It was a 4-day, 3-night.
Longer than California. Oh, because California you paid cash too, so it wasn't.
Yeah, California was a cash stay. That is correct. But we did do 3 nights in the villas at Disneyland hotels. So
right, okay.
My longest Florida trip.
3 nights.
Yeah.
All right, so start with what you booked.
We booked 3 nights at the villas at Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. We did just a standard studio.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you get the same room for the third time?
We did not get the same room. We were facing the other side of the we had the monorail view. We were all the way on the 5th floor, on the corner of that building. So if you're taking the monorail, going past the Polynesian, if you're leaving the Polynesian, go to the Grand Floridian. Mm-hmm. I was on the other side of that building when you saw me. This time I was on.
Oh, okay.
On facing the the gym, the fitness.
So essentially, across the hall more,
Great,
or
pretty much right across the hall. Yeah, you
yeah,
got
gotcha.
it. Yeah.
So that's the DVC building. You weren't in the resort studios as they
She's
call
been
them.
itching. She wants to stay in the resort because she likes the Mary Poppins theming.
I mean, you might as well. You've done it enough. I know
Yeah, we
you
can. It's no, yeah. I mean, and that one does have a theme park. So if we wanted to
use
waste
some
a few
points.
points, yeah.
Yeah. That's a big jump though, isn't it? The
Yeah,
theme
it's a
park again?
lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
But
But it could be
yeah,
one of the times where we don't use it for a one bedroom. So
that's true. As a non-Grand Floridian owner,
uh-huh.
if I were going to stay there on my once every 5 or 8 years that I stay at the Grand Floridian, I probably would want the villas where you stayed,
Yeah.
as opposed to the resort.
I just like having that pull down bed. It just gives you so much
Yeah,
more room. That's what I like.
in the bathroom, it's like the
You get the
resort
full bath.
ones. I know that's not really the point of this episode, but we could touch on it quickly. I feel like the resort ones, they tried to like fit a square peg into a round hole to make it a DVC room when it's essentially just a hotel
Yeah,
room.
it's just a cash room. Yeah, they just tried to shoehorn
They
some
kind of did a
small
little
microwave.
kitchenette and all
Yeah.
that stuff, but the villas were designed as DVC, so I like them a little more. From what I've seen, I've
Yeah.
only been in yours and then seen the videos of the other ones, but just that's just my opinion. And I'm sure some people, I know a lot of people love the
Oh,
resort
they do.
ones.
They do. They
And they're about
certainly
the
do.
same size, aren't they?
Yeah. It might be a tiny bit smaller, I'm not sure.
But either way. All right, so you got the original DVC building, which you
Mhm.
love that separate
I
building
do.
anyway.
I do like that separate building. It's a beautiful lobby.
And it's not far, like, not that anything's that far.
Right.
It's not a terribly big resort,
No, it really isn't.
you know, footprint-wise, so it's not like you're far anyway. But it's nice to be a little separate from the main, but not too far, and you get the pool. You kinda go by both pools
Yeah.
on your way to the main lobby
The main
anyway.
building, right.
So you did, what, a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night? Is that
Yep.
right? Or
Yep. Checked
okay.
out Friday. Yep. That's right.
So 3 nights. You booked September because that's the lowest point chart. What'd you pay per night? Do you remember?
16 a night.
16. That's pretty good for the GF, isn't it?
It's not bad, is it?
16 a night. Yeah, that's what I paid in July for,
I
like, the
know.
Virgin stuff.
It's so nice, but then you look at the studios over at Saratoga Springs, and you're talking 9. So you could save
Yeah.
7 times 3, 21 points staying over there, but
Well, that's your home resort for a
yeah,
reason. You
exactly.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We enjoy it. We like being on the monorail on occasion. It's a nice area.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're gonna do the parks, it gives you very good access
It
too.
really does, yeah.
Yeah. We have a friend called Angry Newfield Jr. who always says location, location, location. So it's nice
Yeah,
being within walking distance of the Magic Kingdom or monorail ride over.
absolutely.
So I do understand that. I did get spoiled being at Beach Club, having that walk to Epcot.
It's nice,
That's
isn't it?
so nice. I
So
mean, you don't even realize how nice
until
it
you
is.
stay there, it's a game changer because it just changes how you vacation.
But even the difference between, like, let's say Swan and Dolphin to Beach Club, it's
Oh,
just
you
so much closer.
15 minutes easy.
Yeah, which it's still very like, because Wilderness Lodge was nice because we could take the boat to the
Right.
Magic Kingdom, but it was still like a hassle, not a hassle, but a mode of transportation you had to wait.
Yeah, if you just missed that boat, you're waiting 15 minutes for that next one to come.
Whatever it is, which is fine. But if you can literally walk, you are not beholden to anything.
Nope.
So I can see why people, you and I were not big contemporary guys, but you could see why people love it for that reason,
Absolutely.
for Magic Kingdom. Anyway, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you check in. Did you get
Yep.
up there early? I know
Yeah, we got
sometimes
up
you
there
get
noonish. 11:30 noonish. Dropped the bags. I dropped Kristen off at the front with the bags. We had some food that needed to be refrigerated. So I parked the car. We went in. We talked to the girl in concierge, and
Mhm.
I was like, she sat us down, and here's your room. It's on the 5th floor. Let me direct you here. Blah blah blah. and it was service like it was pre-COVID for the first time. She said, "Did you leave your bags in store?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Just give me your ticket. I'll get it taken care of. You don't have to call down here." I'm like, "Oh, whoa, like what is going on? I haven't seen this."
Hmm.
I mean, 1990 service, let alone pre-COVID. This was like so we go up to the room. About 15 minutes later, get a knock on the door. He's a guy, he's dropping off. Okay, this is this refrigerated stuff. What do you want? Your bags, blah, blah, blah. And he said, if you stayed here, you're familiar with the resort. I just want to let you know we have the not so scary Halloween party. So the Magic Kingdom closes at 6, but fireworks are at 9 o'clock. And here is a great spot to watch them. I'm like, these people haven't done this in years.
This is the Bell service guy.
This is the Bell service guy.
Which he doesn't have to do that at all.
He doesn't. No, drop off the bag. I tipped him, and this was pre-tip, so he's telling me everything, restaurants, this is what time they close. I'm like, "Whoa."
You know what that is? That's someone who likes their job.
That's what it was, and that's exactly what I told Kristen. I think we're starting to get rid of the people, just the fill-ins that they just needed bodies, and you're getting the people now who love their job, because this girl downstairs, she had worked at Disney for a while, and then she left and she worked at Gaylord Palms. That's across the street.
Yeah. That's where they do the ice, right?
Yeah, they do the ice thing every year for Christmas. She said she was interviewing at Disney, and she was also interviewing at the Ritz-Carlton in Orlando. She said, I got to my 4th interview, and all of a sudden I didn't get the job. And I said, oh, whatever. She's like, Disney called her back, wanted to offer her a job. And she said, not for nothing, but it's like, I have a lot of experience. I love what I do. I want to work at the Grand. She's like, don't put me at the All-Stars. Like, no disrespect, but I don't want to work concierge at the All-Stars. She's like, I want to work at the Grand Floridian. They hooked her up, and she was amazing. Fantastic. Gave her a cast compliment.
Yeah, nice.
So, I mean, we're barely checked in, and I'm already blown away with the service.
And presumably, based on what I see online, you didn't get into your room till like 7, 8 at night, right?
No. We got in at about noon. Yeah, noon, 1 o'clock. Wow. Yeah.
That's amazing to me. That's like our running joke that we have with each other is,
what's going to happen the one time that this actually does happen? We're going to lose our mind.
I'll be really bad. Especially on like a short trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? I don't even care. Like, if you have stuff going on, if you don't want to give me the room till 4 o'clock, that's when you're supposed to get it. But if it's 6, 7 o'clock and I'm trying to get in there to like change clothes or something, I'm not going to be too happy.
I mean, you want to take a few $100. You want to take 7 points off. If we want to figure out the math, right?
You want to do like would you do an hourly, like a cheesy motel hourly points?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're not getting in there until 8, it's 4 hours. We'll divide what the points are by 24, and you're going to give me.
And you'll get bashed by the people online. It guarantees.
You should be grateful, Gary, that you're staying there, let alone that you paid to stay there, but you should be grateful.
They say check-in begins at 4. Anytime you get your room is acceptable. I like what's the cutoff? 3 in the morning?
Right.
Is that still acceptable? Like, if they say check-ins at 4, that's the latest you should get your room.
And these people telling you that you should be grateful are the ones who are always getting fast passes.
Yes.
This wasn't how I wanted my steak cooked, or the crab cake was cold.
I also feel like the people who get checked in late are probably the ones who get that room that I got at Wilderness Lodge, and they're marching right back down to the lobby and complaining about it.
No, this isn't going to work for me.
Yeah. Anyway, we continue. So you got checked in early, good service to start. So you're starting off on a good foot here.
I'm happy. I'm thrilled. I'm ready to go. We walked over. You got to go to the main building, go check out the gift shop, see if there's anything new.
Of course.
Especially resort specific. So we walked around there. Yeah, they had a Tervis, which I don't need, but I ended up buying it.
You don't even like Tervises.
I hate Tervis.
You still buy it, $38 or whatever.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Is it the one with like the light blue?
Yeah.
I saw that one in July. It's nice. Yeah.
Isn't that pretty?
That's a nice one. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to stay out of that Clothier store, that's place downstairs.
They have stuff there that like I have no desire
No.
And I want to buy it, like, just because, like, they have the stupid, like, bracelet charms. I don't know a single person who wears, like, the pin, like, my wife doesn't wear them, and
Oh,
I'm like,
Susie does.
yeah, like, okay, but you know, it's like no one that I would buy it for,
Right.
and I'm like, I kind of want the Wilderness Lodge Pandora charm. Like, what the hell am I gonna do with that? Like, that's
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that's nice. They had like the Epcot one.
Yeah, their stuff is so nice. They've got actually like bougie towels. They have like a teapot that I really don't need, but it's GF teapot.
But anyway, so you check in, you're going in the lobby.
Kind of
Now
far down. What?
you guys actually normally when you go, you don't have any plans of doing the parks or anything, but this trip specifically,
We do the parks in September.
you
Yep.
wanted to do the parks.
Yes.
So what's the plan for day one? Was this just like a get there, relax, unwind, or did you have park in your head?
No.
Did you have an idea going into the first day?
No, we had nothing because we had a dining reservation at Garden Grill, so we were just going to go to Epcot.
Okay. Well, so you had to plan because
may have made the reservation for Epcot because we can go in there at 2. So I think I made one just in case we wanted to jump in there if our room wasn't ready. So yeah, we did. We had a reservation for Epcot.
Anything else at the resort? Or you want to talk about Epcot a little bit?
No, we just jumped over there. We actually
Did you take the monorail or
we
did
took the monorail. Yeah, we
Nice.
took the monorail. Yeah, that's a good play, isn't it?
Now, did you take the resort loop all the way through Contemporary to then you transferred over?
Then we transferred from Transportation Ticket Center.
It takes a while, but it's nice.
It is nice. It's relaxing. It's better than the buses, I think.
I agree. But that's nice. So you got into Epcot. How are the crowd levels?
Dead.
Yeah.
It was dead.
We had food and wine going on. I mean, it's a Tuesday.
Yeah, it was a little busy back there, but in the front, it was just dead. Like we had an early reservation because we weren't going to have breakfast or lunch, so we just did a 5:15, like one of the first seatings, which we never do.
Yeah.
But we wanted to eat early, and so we did Garden Grill, and you can actually listen to our review on our WDW Beyond the Gates podcast. That was last week. We did that review, you and I.
Yes, that's right. And you loved it.
Loved it. First time, long time, and the food was excellent. All good comfort food. Our server was amazing.
So that's another good theme. Another good service.
Yes,
right out the
because
right out the
usually
bat.
all you care to enjoys, with the
It can be
exception
hit or
of
miss.
Whispering Canyon's usually always good.
Yeah, they have good service. Like, you know what? I haven't really had any recently. I haven't had any bad
No, I really haven't. No.
bad servers.
But I really wasn't expecting. Like we said last week, we were expecting just get going. Like they served each portion at the time that you wanted. It wasn't like where they bring in the roast beef and the turkey and you haven't even taken a bite of the salad. That irritates me to no end.
I thought it was well paced. I agree with that.
They
When
did.
we went
They
as
paced
well.
it. Yep.
Good pace.
So then after that, we did we did the movie.
Okay. Which is not bad. We did that.
It's not bad. It's not walkout bad. It's not as bad as the original one, but
yeah.
We did that one, and then we did Living with the Land was a walk-on.
Perfect.
And Soarin' was listed at like 5 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
But there was that little cluster. You know, when you get to that hall and they're telling you either to go to like 3 or to go down this way.
Yeah, it's always a little bit.
Yep. So we got caught up there for a little bit, but I'd say it was from start to finish 10 minutes, 15 minutes to when we were seated on the.
I feel like even a walk-on is 15 minutes at Soarin' because you get to the pre-show and everything. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you can't beat that, banging out the whole land pavilion.
No. I mean, we were going to do a few more, but we went back into France and we did Impressions.
Oh, because they had that going.
So they do it first thing in the morning and last thing at night.
Gotcha.
So it is available all the time, but they started up at about 7:00 at night.
Oh, so the last few shows are Impressions.
Correct.
So basically everything during the day is the Beauty and the Beast thing.
Yep.
And then, okay.
Well,
and that's good to know.
It's been years, and I love that movie. I love that movie, don't you?
I've only seen it once, but I do.
Are
like
you
it a lot.
serious?
Yeah, I've only seen it once.
Oh, wow.
It's very good, though. You know which one? I haven't done the China one in a long time. I want to do that again.
I
That's a
think
good
that
one.
one's closed now because they're redoing that one.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. I think
Yeah,
we
it
did
is.
it
Yeah.
together on the last gentleman's trip 5 years ago. That's probably the
Yeah,
last
it
time
could
I
be.
did
Yep.
China.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done that. Impression's probably my favorite one, I'd
You
say.
like that one, yeah.
And I'd say it's probably China and then Canada 3.
Yeah, Canada's just okay, especially now they redid it. It's
Yeah,
fine, but it's
it
just okay.
it's nothing great. Um, then we took the monorail back to the Grand Floridian.
So you basically just went there to eat. There
Yeah,
was
we went there to
nothing
eat. No,
nothing
no.
crazy. Yeah, perfect. No Spaceship Earth or anything on the way out?
No, we didn't because we wanted to get back to watch the fireworks.
Makes sense.
So we went back to the room, packed up some libations, and headed over to the boat dock outside of Narcoossee's.
Okay.
And that's a great place to watch fireworks.
Yeah, you
And
had a
you've
good
seen
view.
those fireworks from Top of the World. Remember we watched it with Schaefer and
Oh, the Halloween one, yes.
yeah,
That's a pretty good show.
that's a great show.
Do they pipe in the music at the
They do.
Narcoosee dock? Okay, that's
They
nice.
do. Yeah, it's really nice.
Because that's a big part of that one. Because it's all themed to, like, the villains and stuff.
Yeah.
I know they do all the projections, and obviously that's a huge component to it.
Yeah.
Like the Christmas ones, I wouldn't wanna miss out on the projections and everything, but I almost rather watch the fireworks from afar.
It's nice, isn't it?
Just it's such a cluster in Magic
It is
Kingdom.
really close. And when it's done, see ya. Going back to the room, gonna go sit
Yeah.
out on my balcony and chill.
'Cause it doesn't matter if it's a 0 level crowd level, it's always busy during the
Yeah,
fireworks
because
on Main
if
Street.
there's 2,000 people in the parks, they're gonna be on Main Street. All 2,000 gonna be
Right, exactly. So it is nice. So you get to see the fireworks,
there. Yep.
and then, just hung out at the resort at night.
Yep, went back to the room and called it a night.
That's nice. And then now you were being a rope dropper, right, the
Yeah,
next day?
well, check this out. We're training for our half marathon, our Run Disney half
Oh, okay,
marathon.
that's right, yes.
So it was training day.
Perfect.
So we ran and it was awesome. We ran the walking path and they had the gate closed because it was way before the parks were going to open. So they have a gate. I don't know if you've ever walked from the Grand Floridian.
I haven't, no.
So they have a gate where there's a bridge, and that's where they put all their barges. So when they're
Okay.
doing the what's the name of that?
Oh, the
show?
water pageant?
The
The
water
electrical?
pageant. Yep. So they bring those boats. They go in there
Okay.
at night. Yeah. So we basically ran that. We just ran the path.
And then ran back.
Yeah, and ran back and forth. Watched the sun come up. I mean, it was just absolutely gorgeous. You're watching the sun come up over the Contemporary Resort, and you just have that dew coming off of
Yeah, the mist off
Scenes
the
Lagoon. Yeah, and you're just seeing like the pink off the Grand Floridian with that sun coming up. There is nothing better than sunrise at Disney World,
early mornings there
isn't it?
are just different, yeah. Especially, like, early when no one's around.
Early.
You just hear a golf cart once in a while, the guy's, like,
You hear
power washing the pool area.
Pete wearing a golf cart barging around.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, too, before we move forward. So we watched the fireworks
Mhm.
from the dock. So after that, we were watching the pageant. So the pageant, they're done. So now they're coming up right by the boat dock at the Grand Floridian, and they're trying to line everything up. And now they're going in to where I was.
Oh, because that's, like, the last stop,
Yes,
basically, yeah.
yeah. So they got all the boats, and they're getting ready to go where I told you. So the last boat, you don't realize that there's actually people driving these boats, because you
Yeah.
never see them. So we're all sitting there. The fireworks were just done. People like having cocktails from Narcoossee's and stuff. So we don't see anybody, but we see this barge, and all of a sudden we hear a guy say, "Pardon me, do you have any Grey Poupon?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, that is absolutely perfect." And everybody's like looking around. I'm like, "I think it came from the boat captain." Very fitting to ask that question
That
there,
is
though,
funny,
isn't it?
yes.
So anyway, so we finished our run, ran up to the room, did our coffee on the balcony. And then we headed over to Magic Kingdom for the early admission.
And how was that? Did that work out in your favor?
It
Doing that
really
half
did.
hour?
So we went right over to Tron.
Okay, because that's standby now.
Yeah. Yep. So the game plan was we went over to Tron. I want to say the wait was, and of course they don't open Tron till 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's dumb. The early
It is.
thing, they don't.
It
That's
is. It is dumb.
So you're
But
just waiting with a bunch of people for it to open, basically, at that
yeah.
point.
So we're basically ahead of the line for the people who are coming in at 9.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, whatever. We did the same thing over.
Why not just open it at that point? That doesn't make any
They
sense.
did. They opened it 15 minutes early.
All right.
Just like they did in Disneyland. Same thing. They opened it 15 minutes early. It says posted 9, but
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you did get your virtual queue for Tiana's, right?
I did. Yeah, we got the
same morning.
Yes. Yes, we did.
So you're running, then you have to be like ready at 7:00 to get the virtual queue.
No, actually, yeah, that's right. We had just finished the run, and we were walking back to the resort, and we were both
Getting ready, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I go, I got it. She's like, beautiful. So
you
yeah,
did Tron.
So we did Tron. We did Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Okay.
That was about 25 minutes, which is
At like 9:00, basically. So you still probably beat most of the resort,
you're right.
regular people there.
Because now the rope droppers now are probably trying to hit Tron.
Right.
And now we're one group ahead of everybody else.
Makes sense, yeah.
So we did Seven Dwarfs. We walked over to Frontierland.
Okay.
And we had some time because our windows, you get an hour window. So we got there about 20 minutes before our window. So I said, let's just do Big Thunder Mountain. Then by the time we're done with that, we can jump into the Tiana standby.
Yeah. Now you had what group were you? Like what time did you get called, I should say?
Say like in the 40s or maybe.
So 40s. Pretty early then.
Yeah, 40s or yeah. Yeah, because we got called, I want to say at 10:30.
That's not bad.
10:30 or 11. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
All right. So you did Thunder Mountain, then your group was called?
Yep.
How long was the wait?
So it was, because we waited, because usually you just fast pass Splash Mountain. I've waited a few times. 35 minutes, maybe.
All right. That's not terrible.
And I'll tell you, the queue is brilliant. It's so nice.
They did a good job.
They did a great job.
Well, that's good.
It's the outside queue is beautiful. When you get into the building, it's a beautiful queue. They really did a good job.
How was the ride?
I loved it.
Yeah.
And I wanted to hate it.
You did. I know
we all want to hate it,
Yeah. But you
hear the stories about Iger who was on it. He said, this is boring. This is awful. It was good. Animatronics were good. I liked everything about it.
Yeah. And it's the same ride. They just overlaid it, basically. Yeah. But it was good. They did a good job. So you would do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No doubt about it. Krista and I both loved it. It was excellent.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
But the thing is, like, you go into the rooms and you're just still waiting for the go FSU. Comes down, like you can't unsee the original because it was just so perfect.
Right, of course. You're like in your head, you're just comparing it. Like, this is where this happened. This is where this happened. Yeah.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that. That's part of the fun, though.
My only complaint is like the outside area. It was kind of lazy. It wasn't as good as. There was just animatronics and things all over the original Splash Mountain, like on that outside when you're just going around.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's just kind of a little lazy, if you will.
Did you do anything after that, or did you just get the heck out of Dodge?
It was time to get out, and
I figured as much. It's almost noon.
Starving.
Yeah.
So when we were in queue, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, I told Kristen, I said, you know what I'm in the mood for? I'm in the mood for a chicken sandwich, and I'm in the mood for one of those spicy chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A. I don't know what happened. I was jonesing for a chicken sandwich. So while we're in line, we're going through, and I'm like, Ooh, I said, "They got a chicken sandwich over at Geyser Point." I'm like, "You wanna go over there?" She's like, "Yeah, let's go." I'm like, "Beautiful." So, took the boat over to Wilderness Lodge,
Yep.
walked over to Geyser Point. Um, nobody in there. I mean,
No,
nobody
it
in
was
there.
relatively early, right?
Yeah, it was like around the 11:30 noon.
Such a great area of that resort.
So nice. I
How
mean,
was
that
it?
might be we could just again, another topic, but that might be the one of the nicest areas of any Disney resort.
The Boulder
They
Ridge.
don't have
Yeah.
anything like that.
No.
And it's kinda hustle bustle. Wilderness Lodge is a chilled resort, but it's more hustle bustle over in the main building. But you get out over by Geyser Point, where that quiet pool is, and Boulder Ridge, it's completely freaking different, isn't it?
Yeah. That Boulder Ridge lobby is so nice.
Beautiful.
The
Susie
Geyser
wants to
Point.
stay there now after we spent some time just sitting down and rocking chairs. All the chairs are comfortable in there. There's
Mhm.
nobody in there. They have the seated rocking chairs outside.
Oh, yeah. No, I we liked our stay there. It was a nice resort. It's a very nice resort there. It's a really good chill resort, like you said, if you're just chilling.
It's a really good chill resort.
And plus, she wants to do Artist Point, you said?
Yeah, we're gonna try to do that at Christmas when we
Oh,
go up.
nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that'd be good for a stay there. Dude,
Yeah, you know what? I could look to mod. I would not mind. I would not be opposed to staying over at Boulder Ridge at
at
Christmas.
Christmas? Oh, that's
Yeah,
beautiful there, yeah.
yeah. Um,
So how was the chicken sandwich?
well, hold on a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We got 2 orders of wings.
2 orders.
Parts
They were good?
We got we got the, Thai chili,
Ooh.
and we got the teriyaki chicken.
Oh, so you couldn't decide, so you had to get both.
She's been Jones and B-dubs,
Okay, you were
like,
saying
on the
that
month.
the other day.
Yeah, she's been jonesing it, and I've been jonesing it. I said, "God, their wings are so good, so good."
Mhm.
So I said, "Let's go over there, let's get the wings." She wanted to try the bison burger. I had been jonesing a chicken sandwich.
Did it live up to expectations?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice and juicy in the middle, good crunchy outside. You know, like when you get down toward the end where it's like a thinner layer,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's nice and crunchy, but it's still got a little bit of meat in there.
Mhm, that's the best part.
Isn't that the best part?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was good. I ordered it was hot and we were thirsty, so we got a couple lemonades, and this guy was on top of it. He would as soon as you took a sip, he was bringing you a new one.
Was it you were at the bar then?
Yeah, we just seated. They just seated us at one of those, two toppers, those little tables.
But that's at the bar, you didn't
Yeah,
just
yeah,
do
yeah.
you didn't go, like, the quick service
No,
window
no,
and
no.
take it, yeah.
We stood in the line and asked to be seated.
That's perfect.
It was so good.
Yeah, that place is great. You can't really beat it.
And you've had the wings there.
Well, we had them together, yeah,
We had 'em
they're
together.
very good.
Aren't
Very
they
good.
great?
Mhm,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I kinda do wanna I wouldn't mind doing, like, different wing reviews.
There's not enough of them though.
Well, there's one at Bar Reaver,
Okay.
and you know our friend Tommy Morrow?
Yeah.
He had those over there.
Oh, did he?
Have you ever seen it?
Is
The
that Tommy
review?
like wingy?
Sticky wingy. Me, Tommy, me want wingy.
Is that stupid?
That is dumb.
Yeah, those are good too, the ones at Bar Reaver.
Yeah. Now, did you end up going back to the park at all that day, or did you just do, like, pool and stuff
No,
after your guys' appointment?
no, so we went back.
Okay.
Went back to our room, and we took a nap because we had been up early doing our running, so we took a nap. We got up, and then we went over to Tambu Lounge.
Oh, okay.
Tambu Lounge, pards.
Can't beat that either.
Had a couple of Bud Lights. I had a Lapu Lapu.
This is now they're not a day drinker, but you went early that day.
Sun was down.
Oh, okay.
It was
So
down. We
you're in
watched
the crib.
yeah, we actually watched the fireworks from the Tambu Lounge, so
Oh, okay. So this was later.
yes, it was later. Um, yeah, so I had a couple Bud Lights. I had a Lapu Lapu. And then we took the boat back to the Magic Kingdom because it was the extra magic hours.
Oh, right. Till like 2 extra hours, right?
Yeah, 10 to midnight.
Nice. That's great, isn't it?
Oh my God. Oh, it's so good because I mean it is deader than dead for the extra
Yes.
magic hours.
Especially in September, I'd imagine. Now let me ask you. I didn't ask before. Did you end up doing the new Country Bear show?
We did.
What were your thoughts? You probably did not like it because you don't know or like those songs.
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it.
It's the crowd's so into it, is what I mean. Granted, we went on opening day, so it was packed both times we went, and the crowd was into it. It was fun with a full packed house, everyone's singing along and laughing.
Yeah.
Like, you can't beat that atmosphere when it's like that.
No, like Chris and I said, it was time. The original, it was tired. There'd be 8 people in that theater. It was time, and they did a great job.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. They kept, the characters, their personalities, and they just updated it, and now it's got a broader appeal. That's one where, like, the IP actually makes sense to bring it in, like saying, all right, they're going to sing Disney songs.
Right, because they didn't just shoehorn it in where it doesn't fit. It was fine. It was perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to ask you if you saw it because you hadn't been since.
Yeah, no, I hadn't been. Yeah, we did that the following day because for the extra magic hours, we whacked out Pirates, Haunted Mansion, Peter Pan, Splash Mountain, and I rode Thunder Mountain twice. Isn't that amazing? And I got on because we went on and she didn't want to do it a second time, so I looked at my watch and it was like 11:58.
Yeah.
So we got on the last ride. I got on the last ride, but like that's one I love. I used to do that with my parents when I was a kid. We would do it right at the end of the night and
over and over
and over and over. Because it's not a ride that makes you sick.
No, I agree with you.
And I like it better at night than I do.
It's so good at night.
I love it at night.
It's so good at night, yes.
Yes, I mean we hammered out those in 2 hours.
Can't beat that.
No. So then on Thursday, we did Animal Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
We did what we thought was early entry, but we missed it by an hour.
Yeah, because it's 7:30 there.
Yes, it's 7:30. We assumed everything opens at 9. So we got over there for 8:30 and they're not scanning our bands. I'm like, what's going on? We went over to Flight of Passage and it was 45 minutes. I'm like, the park just opened. And yeah, we missed it by an hour, which was a rookie move.
That's not
because we would have gotten out a lot earlier. We would have got out of the park a lot earlier. But anyways, we did Flight of Passage, and then we were both starving, so we hit one of those little, little corner place. They have like a lot of foofy drinks and alcoholic drinks. That it's called like the Tamu Tamu.
Yeah.
You know what? It's hard to describe where it is, but we got a couple sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits.
And they have like that guava in it, right?
Yeah. No, we got the guava cheese Danish.
Oh, okay.
And it was delicious.
I've heard that breakfast sandwich is really good too.
It was really good because it was wrapped. I'm like, yeah, this is going to be one of those that sat under the heat lamp for 2 hours. It was excellent.
Good, yeah. I'm glad to hear it. I haven't had that. Good. Yeah, because when we did Animal Kingdom, we had Tusker House breakfast, so obviously we didn't get any breakfast, and then we had Topolino's breakfast when we went to Animal Kingdom. So both times we did Animal Kingdom, we had already eaten breakfast, so we didn't do any of that. That's a park because it closes early and people bang it out early. They should focus on breakfast. Just be a breakfast park. Like, go all out.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
You know what I mean? Like, make it like appealing for that reason. Opened earlier, get your breakfast in. Gotta have a breakfast, Margie.
Gotta have a breakfast, Margie. And then we did Kilimanjaro Safari. I had never waited in a line this long.
Really?
Oh my God, it was ridiculous.
And that usually, even when it's busy, it's not a long line.
We saw parts of the line that we didn't even see in COVID when they was keeping you 6 feet apart.
Separated. Wow.
I had never, like when you go through the building, right when you get through the building, you usually turn right and then go through that other building where like they have, the movie or the movies with the We turned left, and we went to an area that I had never been to.
Really?
And it was 50 minutes.
What did it say? What was it posted at?
It was posted at 45, but that was about the only thing we wanted to do. We always do Kilimanjaro.
Of course.
And then you're thinking, well, maybe it's wrong, because never that long of, like you said, even in when they're banging crowds.
You just picked, you probably hit it at the exact worst time when everybody was like, let's just do the safari now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, at the time when everybody's coming in. Yeah, it sucked, but it was a great safari.
Good.
Yeah, it was a great safari. Yeah, so then it was getting warm. It was one of those hot days. I'm like, let's get out of here.
Need some pool time.
It was, so we went back, hung out. Yeah, we hung out in the room. And then it was pool time, so we went over to Gasparilla's.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, they have a salad station where the chef will make you a salad. And basically, what do you want in it?
Yeah, it's like a build your own omelet, but with a salad.
Yeah, it's a build your own salad, but then they've got protein, so I got a steak salad.
Ooh.
And this thing was like, I thought it was like for two. I mean, it was loaded. And she got a caprese sandwich, and we just got it to go and brought it over to the pool. We went to the quiet pool because that's our favorite pool anyways. The main one right outside the main building.
Yeah. I know that's considered the quiet pool, but that's like their big pool almost.
That's like their main pool. That was their original pool, but it's the quiet pool because they don't have the DJs over there, and they don't have lifeguards.
Yeah.
Which is beneficial to me because I brought my snorkel and I brought my mask, and because they don't let you snorkel.
Oh, right. You said
in the pool. So there's no lifeguards on duty, so I can do whatever I want. So I just had the mask and I swam all around. But lunch was great. And then I day drank. I had a cocktail actually.
Oh, from where?
From the bar.
Oh, they were coming around.
From the pool bar. She came around.
Isn't that a great service that they do that?
So good.
Because you probably wouldn't even gotten one if they weren't coming around.
No, I had no plan, and Susie got a Mai Tai.
Perfect. Yeah.
And I'm like, let me look at the menu. Maybe I'll get something. It's warm and blah, blah, blah. So I got a blueberry lemonade. And it was good. Like,
that's the cocktail, so it must have like vodka in it.
Yeah, have vodka. Yeah, it was really good. So yeah, that's about it. We just hung out in the pool for a couple hours, laid out. Nice. She went in the hot tub. I took a nap. We went back to the room and watched the Jets game, the Jets Patriots.
Oh, right, Thursday Night Football.
Yep. So I was able to cast it from my phone. So I was watching the Jets Patriots. We went outside. We watched fireworks, but we watched it from outside the DVC building.
Oh, okay.
So they have a bench. You can see it because it comes up over the regular Grand Floridian buildings, and they have the music piped in all along the walkway over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So not as good of a view, but you could still see it in here.
You could see the full fireworks because it did the buildings didn't interfere at all.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was excellent. There's nobody there. It was right on that side where their main pool is. And they had some benches, like people were sitting on benches down the way, but Susie and I just sat on the benches and we watched the fireworks.
That's fantastic.
Great spot. Don't tell anybody about it.
All right. Well, we'll edit this out, I guess.
So then it was time. We're going to have a late dinner. So we ended up getting room service.
Oh. Let's talk about it.
So it all comes from the cafe.
Okay.
All right. So she got a pasta primavera with shrimp.
Okay, so it's basically like a veggie pasta with shrimp.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I got the French onion soup.
Oh, that room must have been smelling.
It was not that bad, believe it. No, it really wasn't.
Because is there a table in that room?
Yes, there is a table, yep.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Corner, there's a table, yep.
I thought so, okay.
And then I got the steak frites, so it was a New York strip with French fries and asparagus.
That's pretty good.
And I'll tell you what. So I'm looking at the prices, right? My steak was $39. I don't think that's bad for a New York strip. It was cooked perfectly. Didn't have a ton of fat.
How much is the steak at the cafe?
It's 36, so they're marking it up $3, which I didn't think was bad. Her pasta is 33 at the cafe. It was 35 room service, and my French onion soup is 13, and I paid 15 for room service. So it cost you $7 extra.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And they just add on a $5 trip fee.
Okay.
And then they automatically include an 18% gratuity. So I think the total came out to 116. I didn't think that was bad. And she asked for water, and they bought a big carafe of water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with a couple glasses. So it was nice. Like, something about room service, you don't have to fart around and get dressed. And it was just like watching the end of the Jets game. And
yeah, that's not bad. Because you could have got it to go, but then you got to go down and wait.
I don't know if you can get stuff to go.
Oh, at some of the sit downs, like I know, like Steakhouse 71 has it to go, and like Sanaa does, Animal King. There's a few that have it, but you might be right. They might not have it at the cafe, probably because of room service.
Yeah, probably.
That's not bad.
No, I didn't think it was bad. We were going to do it for breakfast too, but we decided not to. But
I feel like the tip's a little much, though.
That they automatically included, because I would
18%, because you probably would have tipped the person bringing it, but I don't know if it would have been 18%.
Yeah, because they're just bringing it. It's not like they're really waiting on you,
right? Especially if you paid $100. I mean, maybe you would have slipped the person a 20 for bringing it up. Probably a 10 though, right? I would think a 5 or a 10 bringing it up.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's a little high. That's the only thing that seems a little much, but at least they're up front. It's not like they hit it. They tell you about it.
Right.
You know what it is, so it's up to you to decide if you want to do that or not. You didn't feel like it was like sitting around. It was all fresh and hot.
Yeah, it was all fresh. Yep. It really was. Yep.
Real plates, real utensils.
Yep, you got it.
That's nice with the metal things on top.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
You wheeled it in. It was beautiful.
You probably could. You could have like ordered a cocktail too, right? They would have brought that, I imagine.
I would assume so. That would be a nice touch, wouldn't it?
Yeah, get like an old fashioned or something with it.
I wonder if that would be included on the dining plan.
I don't think. I think room service. I can't remember. I remember seeing room service, but I think it counts as 2 credits.
Oh yeah, that would be worth it.
I'd have to look back. I don't remember, because that's the only resort that offers it.
Is the Grand Floridian the only one?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you had to check out the next morning?
So here's a tip.
Okay.
We asked for late checkout. And we had watched a YouTube. They said, if you want late checkout, ask for it when you check in.
Gotcha.
Get ahead of everybody. So I asked the girl, so of course, we'll put you in. There's no guarantee. I said, I understand. I said, I get it. I said, 99% of the time, I don't get late checkout, blah, blah. She goes, all right, well. And we got a voice message, because a lot of times they don't contact you.
Right.
Back in the day where the service was terrible, you wouldn't get contacted. I go to the front desk and they type in, oh, no, they didn't tell you? No, they can't. They denied it. I'm like, okay. So we get a voicemail and says that housekeeping approved your late checkout, so you can leave at noon. Now, this is different, and I don't know if this is because there's been a lot of fraud, but you don't, when you hit the voicemail, it doesn't go right to voicemail. You actually get a human being.
Oh, really?
And you say, this is Kristen Hurley. We're in 7536, and it says that we have a voicemail. And then
I didn't know that. I don't think I've ever gotten a voicemail.
Yeah, so I don't know, because you've heard of the frauds, like where they call where they'll just call random people and say that they lost a credit card that you put on file and they needed you to just give them the numbers again. Yeah, like they used to leave like notes at Disney saying that, like, that's a common fraud where like they just say, oh, we didn't enter your credit card number correctly for your incidentals. Can you just read it to us again? And now they got your credit card number. So I don't know if they did this just for it, because we used to just hit you'd come and you see like the little red light and you just hit the.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So you got an extra hour.
Got an extra hour, which was big because we got up the next day and it was a run day again. Well, this time they had the the gate open all the way to the Magic Kingdom. So we basically just ran to security and turned around and came back. And we started at the Grand Floridian. So we started at the wedding pavilion.
Okay.
And we just jogged all the way through the resort past Gasparilla to the walking path. And then we just go down to like where the boats drop you off and where security is, turn around, go back. We did that a few times, got our distance time in. And as we were walking back to the Grand Floridian, it's dusk, so the sun's coming up. And we saw this deer, and he had antlers.
Oh.
And he was over there eating grass. But he was on the other side of the ropes that they have to protect you from going into the water.
Sure.
And like he was like friendly. Like I walked over to the ropes and he was just eating grass, and he looked up at me and he was wagging his tail, and he had like 2 horns. It was gorgeous. Schaefer would know like if it was a five pointer or whatever they call those.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful buck.
I know there's a lot of woods around, but like where does it come from? Like,
Yeah, and it got onto the other side of that rope fence.
Right.
Like, how did he get there? Yeah. Because you see them all over the place on the Magnolia.
Of course, that makes sense.
They're everywhere. I've seen turkeys everywhere. But yeah. So we went back to the room. We had our coffee, and then we ordered Gasparillas
for breakfast.
And we brought it back to the room. But we got 2 of the breakfast platters.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, I saw a value there. It was like $11.99. The scrambled eggs were better than they usually are. You got a Mickey waffle. You got tater tots.
Bacon, sausage.
Bacon, and turkey sausage.
You know what, the scrambled eggs, I think it's very hit or miss.
Yeah, because these were actually good. They didn't taste like the bag eggs.
Yeah, I think if they're sitting around for a while, like if it's the end of the tray, they could be bad. But if it's fresh and they just got put in, they could be pretty solid. That's why the buffet ones are generally better, because you can see.
Yeah, you can.
You know, like if you get up to the buffet and there's like one little corner of egg left, you're like, I'm not getting that.
No,
but if it's like a fresh tray that's put out there, you know it's going to be pretty good.
Exactly. Yeah, so then we checked out, went back to the Magic Kingdom. We took the train over to Frontierland, and that's when we went over to Country Bear Jamboree.
Okay.
So we did that like we discussed earlier. We did Mickey's PhilharMagic, which I hadn't done in a while. I love that show.
That's great.
Isn't that a great show? We did the People Mover.
Perfect.
And then we finished with Carousel of Progress.
Can't go wrong with that.
You should, correct?
You got to do it at least once.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the new theater with the new seats?
Which one? Where?
At Carousel of Progress. They're like slowly changing over the seats to brand new. So like some of the, like when we went, we still had an old one. And then
there was still, I think, the old fold downs.
Yeah, they're just like all brand new.
Okay.
A couple of them. I think they're just slowly doing it. Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't notice them.
I think you would have if they were brand new.
Yeah, I probably would have, because
clean, and those things have seen better days for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Those seats in those theaters.
So then she had been Jones in a No Way Jose.
Oh, okay.
So I said, all right, let's go over to Beach Club. We looked; they didn't have any reservations. I said, let's see if we can just do a walk up. Worst case scenario, we'll get it to go and go sit in the drawing room over in the DVC building. So we took a bus from the Magic Kingdom over to Yacht Club. As soon as I got to the Yacht Club, I went on the app to see if they had any standby, and they said, yep, we do in 10 minutes. I said, is that perfect timing? So we went over there and we had lunch, and I had a French dip with tater tots.
Okay.
She had grilled cheese. It was good. It was excellent. It was excellent. She had the grilled cheese with fries. She said it was excellent, but we were sitting right next to the kitchen.
Okay.
And we would see the orders coming out, and I kept looking over, and the waitress said, are you looking at that Reuben? I'm like, yeah. She goes, that's the best thing we have here. And I mean, this thing was bigger than both of our heads put together. And she's like, next time, that's what I said. Okay. I said, I'll keep.
I had the Reuben there.
Was it good?
It was very good. When we stayed there, you and I, the one night.
Oh, when you were there before me, when I was driving up and you had time to kill. Yeah.
I just sat down and that's what I ordered. It was very good.
Yeah, that looked amazing.
Yeah.
And then we got the No Way Jose. Which have you had the No Way Jose? It's like just chocolate and peanut butter.
No, but that's perfect. Yeah.
It was so good.
The only time I ever had ice cream there was when we did the kitchen sink.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I'm not an ice cream guy, and it took everything Chris and I had to finish. So you could almost split that 3-way and be comfortable.
Oh, I believe it. I've seen that thing. It's huge.
Yeah. And it's I think the price point, it wasn't bad. It was like $12, $13. I don't think that's bad.
For what it is.
Divide that
for how big it is.
Would you pay Would you pay $6.50 for a sundae like that? I would.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, that was it. And then we walked so I gotta go to Riviera, right? I'm this close. So we jumped on the Skyline and went over to Riviera, walked around. I went upstairs. I got a coffee. Girl said, I'm not charging you for it. I said, God bless you. And I walked around the gift shop and we sat on the couches out there and just
hung out in your new home.
Hung out at the new home. And then there was a guy. It was beautiful. The guy's working the lobby. He's doing. You ever watch those real estate shows when they're going to show a house, how they hit the pillows to turn them into a V?
So yeah.
He was doing that to all the pillows on all the couches there.
Just going around and fluffing.
Going around. Yep. Yeah. Little curb appeal.
There you go. So you
Yeah.
started your trip at your first home and you ended it at your new home.
You're exactly right. Yep. And then we took the bus back to the Magic Kingdom because they were having the Halloween party. And then we took the boat from the Magic Kingdom back to the Grand Floridian. We got in the V-Dub and we headed back home. That was a wrap.
Perfect. No Hollywood Studios, huh? That one didn't make the cut.
It didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
You understand, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if I'm staying at one of those Epcot area resorts and they have an early admission, that's fine, but not really much to do there, is there?
Not for me. No. I mean, and the problem is they have the 4 or 5 rides, so they all have 45-minute waits, even on slow times.
Yeah.
So I get
because it's always a crowd size 5. Whether it's empty or whether it's dead, it's always a crowd size 5.
Yeah. Well, sounds like you had a good trip. So this is like the automatic September trip you're going to do every year.
September and May is what our thoughts, because May is now like the second slowest time. Points wise, it's low. So yeah, we're going to do September, May, and then wrap around like when you guys are here or other people are here.
A little weekend stays and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. Perfect.
Go see Hippie Guy.
You got to go see Hippie Guy.
Got to see Hippie Guy.
All right.
Anyways, I'll wrap it up. You can find us on all socials at DVC Addicts. Email the show, info@addictedtodvc.com, and join our Facebook group, DVC Addicts. For my cousin and co-host Gary in Rhode Island, I'm Mike in sunny Sarasota, Florida. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you for listening to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. We want to hear from you. Email us at info@addictedtodvc.com and follow us on all socials at DVC Addicts. We appreciate you being a part of our DVC community, and we'll see you again on our next episode. Thanks again for listening, and welcome home.